Hello. Having spent several days mostly inside, I decided today that as it wasn't as cold as it has been, I was going to get outside, get some fresh air, and it's nice. It's really misty, so it's very damp, and now it's nearly midday and it has cooled off considerably. But this morning it wasn't too cold, and so I did a little bit of weeding in the annual vegetable garden. Seems like no matter how many times I think I've got all of the weeds out, there are always some more to lift. That's the sun on the water in the far distance there, and the sun is up in the sky. Look at it, that's hardly we're seeing, and as you can see it is really misty. But look at that, that is just beautiful. And so I decided to bite to the bullet, if that's the right phrase, and clean out the chicken shed that Elvis and his girls sleep in. Not a nice job, but it does need doing every now and then, and it's been a lot better than it has in the past by using a great mixture of stuff as the bedding, but it has been probably about 3 months now since I completely cleared all of it out to start again. I think we're all familiar with that phrase of one thing leads to another. Well, this morning, before I cleaned out the shed, I wanted to create a new compost bin to put all the muckings out in. So I brought over a couple of pallets and created a new compost bin, and then thought, well, I might as well just take all the old muckings out of the first compost bin and turf it into the second compost bin. So it's been turned and it's been aerated and mixed up a bit. So I did that, and then I used one of the sides from the old compost bin to use as a front in the new compost bin. So that was one side of the old compost bin, and there's another side and another one, and so this area here is where the compost was. So I've taken everything out of there, tipped it into there, which took it to about halfway up, and then I emptied everything out of the chicken shed and dumped it into here. I think you can see that this is a fairly good mixture of materials. So in here there is chopped rapeseed straw, there's lots of leaves, there are wood chippings, there are some wood shavings, there's some cut lavender, which is dried cut lavender. That just gave it a nice smell when I first made it. There are feathers that the girls have left behind, and obviously plenty of poop. It won't be very long before this pile really warms up, and so the next thing I'm going to do is put a lid on it to keep the heat in. There's actually quite a lot of moisture in here. If we get a lot of dry days, I will come and water it, but right now I think it's okay. we go, that covers it a bit, not completely because there's the odd gap. I'm sure I can find another little piece to put along there, and it will cover it on a temporary basis. But I think I need to get something lighter as a cover for it, because that was a struggle, and I don't want to have to keep struggling with it. So I will find a tarpaulin that I can put over it and weigh down with a couple of stones, which should be absolutely fine as a cover. Now the next job, having got all the muckings out into that compost heap, is to refill the floor of the shed. Now I left a very small layer on the floor because that will help the next lot of bedding break down. And the girls, or some of the girls, have very nicely been in there and have been scratching around in it and tidying it up. And I've got to say, they never ever scratch around in here when it's full of bedding. So they never turn it over, and all I can ever do is just turn it over a tiny bit or just put more matter on top. They have no interest in being in here in the day, usually. I think they're only interested today because I've been clearing it out. Having walked past the nesting boxes, I thought I'd just pick up the few eggs that were in there. There's some lovely coloured eggs. Those girls are laying so well at the moment. I'm just going to take the eggs inside, and then I'm going to go and get the bedding. Hello, girls. Well, hooray, that's that job done for another month or so, and I've still got some wood chippings to go in there and some wood shavings, but I'll layer those in over the next couple of days. Right now I'm just going to leave those girls to have a good old dig around and mix those leaves and bedding together. And so, wherever you are in the world, whatever you're up to today, I hope it's a good one for you, and I also hope that you can join me again tomorrow.